Wait, I've heard that you have a really good yummy face.
No, I don't. Oh wait, let me give it a shot.
Go.
Let's give it a try.
Hey guys, it's Erwan Heussaff again, and I'm joined for today's video by Sonny from the best food ever review show on YouTube in the world ever made, possibly conceived.
If you put all those words in there, then you'll get to it eventually.
Jumbled up, it makes sense. So you've known him doing his Rico's Lechon, you've seen him eat some weird stuff, and he has a lot of things going on, and we have something really special going on in his channel eventually soon that you'll see. We'll link it up at the end of the video, but today is all about breakfast. It makes a lot of sense that we start at 5 p.m.
Yeah. Oh, I thought we were gonna pretend like we woke up at like 4 a.m.
We could have done that and been like, oh, hey, Sonny, nice to meet you. Hi, I'm Erwan.
Yeah.
So
nice
good to
meet
see you
It's
here.
so early, but let's do this.
I'm gonna show you kind of like the best of. Any expectations?
I'm hungry. Breakfast, I think in any country is good throughout the entire day.
Correct.
I'm expecting eggs to be in there somewhere, and something about a sausage, maybe even a sweet sausage.
Yeah, sweet spicy sausage. That works. Longaniza.
Like that.
All right, let's go. So Kanto freestyle breakfast is closed. Holiday season, told you in the Philippines, traffic gets absolutely crazy. Things close and everything, but silver lining, holiday season, two street foods that you see a lot next to big churches, like the one behind us here, is puto bumbong and some bibingka. So
it looks awesome, and they sound cool too. Why is it next to churches?
It's because I guess it's a tradition during Christmas time. Next to churches, you always have these stalls that kind of set up, and they never set up any other time of the year. So this is actually pretty special for you. I haven't had one of these in like years.
Seasonal, I like it.
Really seasonal.
Bibingka is traditionally made by using galapong, which is basically soaked rice. Nowadays, a lot of people actually use just rice flour, which is mixed with coconut milk. If you're having a bibingka especial, then you can expect having some eggs in there as well. Contrary to popular belief, puto bumbong is actually a mixture of sticky purple rice and glutinous white rice. These are soaked for about 2 days before being passed through a very strong food processor to give us a nice fine grind, topped with some softened margarine, grated mature coconut, and some coconut sugar, creating the perfect sweet, sugary bite that you will just not be able to get enough of.
All right, so which one do you want to try first?
I want to have some egg for dinner and some dessert for dessert.
Okay, let's do that. Go for it.
This is beautiful, and it's such a treat because I've never seen this anywhere.
I actually haven't had one of these since last December, so for me, it's like really special.
Oh!
Right? Make sure you get some of that egg here. So that's a salted egg, right? So that kind of balances out the sweetness that's in there. Okay.
Wow! On the outside? Mm-hmm. So, it just tastes like a super eggy pancake.
Exactly.
It reminds me of like making pancakes as a kid, putting in way too many
eggs.
Because I just like that kind of thickness to it. And then a little sweet.
And the coconut kind of like complements it nicely. Correct. So puto bumbong. This is actually one of my favorites.
Yeah, I'll make an expression and you say the words.
Right. Interesting. It's soft yet crumbles in my mouth. The sugar lends its really nice sweetness to the margarine and the saltiness of the butter. Overall, very enjoyable experience. Your thoughts are very structured.
You nailed it.
Because the light's coming down. It's nighttime. Let's get some breakfast.
Let's do it.
All right, so we have the top 6, in my opinion, in terms of Filipino food. There is more that we could add to this inventory, but we're going to start with this.
It looks amazing.
And then see where we go. So Rufo is actually really famous for its tapa. So I'm gonna try to give you like a quick breakdown per dish.
Okay.
Tapa is not from the Spanish tapas, which means lid for Tupperwares and stuff. So the lids for the sangrias used to be used for the food, and that's why it's called tapas. Tapa here is from an old Sanskrit word, actually, that was used pre-colonial Spain, where they would dry beef. So usually it's some sort of sun-dried, not fully dried, but sun-dried beef tossed in with soy sauce that the Chinese brought in eventually when they came and gave us their culture as well. Some garlic, and you can either have it dry or wet, like this one here. So they're really famous for their wet one.
Are any of these dry? Is this one dry?
This is dried fish. So you have two fish, because in the Philippines, obviously, we have 7,640 islands, so fish is huge. Back in the day, you couldn't preserve or refrigerate anything, so you'd salt it, long preservation time. That's still the truth today. And then now they just fry it right away before actually eating it. Then we have tocino. Tocino, again, could be from the Spanish word, which is bacon in Spain, but here in Pampanga, where this is kind of from, the north of Manila, they used to do this dish, or they still do this dish, where they ferment pork. So basically, to preserve it properly and ferment it, they would add some sugar and they add some salt. So it's like a cured, fermented, sweet pork.
Kind of tangy?
Tangy is one of my favorite ones. And then finally, longaniza. Longaniza is, people say it's from like a Spanish chorizo, more or less, but it's actually more from a Mexican origin, where they did sausages with recado, which are spices. So those words are still used today to explain spicy sausage versus sweet sausage. So very popular all over the Philippines as well. You usually have two different styles. You have hamonado, which is more in sugar, and then recado, which is more in the spicy and garlicky flavor. Yeah.
This one, I was recently in Palawan, and they had this, I thought it was called Danggit, which I thought was cool, but it's actually called what?
Danggit.
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 And it's quoted as being kind of an unusual food, and I didn't really get why. I mean, it seems a little unusual, maybe, just because it's really fishy.
I think whole fish, fishy.
Fishy and fried. And yeah, I guess there's little ribs and eyeballs and stuff in there. I guess maybe that's why.
Maybe.
And then there's like a fin right here. Well, but otherwise, I don't know why people thought, from a Western perspective, it might be a little unusual. But I want to try it out now for the first time.
You've never tried this? Oh, so you saw it, you didn't try it?
Yeah, I didn't have an opportunity. I just saw it like at the market. I didn't see it in this form. So
it's like fish bacon.
Oh, that's it. That sounds good.
Very salty.
Very salty. This would be great with beer.
All right, try the tapa. So this is slightly sweeter than what I'm used to, but it's still really delicious.
All right, let's go for it.
Everyone, come two.
Oh my god.
Not
That's
bad.
so good.
On wherever you want. I like to put it on the rice. You get a bit of that. It counterbalances the sweetness.
Sure.
I'm just trying to use big words, man.
All those words are really good so far. I'm just wondering, like, why do you want this rice out of all the rices? We've got 6 rices, bro, and you're like focusing on this rice.
In the Philippines, hey,
You're
I'm
right.
trying to help you.
I'm
trying to help you with your cultural
It's all about
matters.
sharing, right?
In the Philippines, it's all about sharing.
Okay,
So
I'm cool
I'm
with
trying to
that.
get your rice, man. At least I'm not touching your egg, because I know you've been really wanting that.
Mm-hmm.
Next one is tocino. So this will be, if it's how a traditional tocino is done, it will actually be slightly sweeter than that.
Okay. I can see it already. It's going to be like a nice mushy texture.
Pork, mushy, all these dishes.
It's almost has like a licorice flavor to it.
It's
It's like the licorice of meats.
So I know traditional recipes used to use anise wine, which anise has that licorice flavor. I'm not sure what they use here, but it could be that.
So what is this called again?
Longaniza.
Longaniza. Oh yeah.
So there's a very
Sweet, salty, porky.
there's an unspoken rule about longaniza in the Philippines.
Which is
Once you eat longaniza, because it's so garlicky and people add so much garlic, for hours you're going to be burping this flavor. And you can be in elevators, you can be in whatever, you smell it and you don't say anything because you know that person just had some longaniza. So it's like an unspoken thing. When you
Oh my
know,
God.
you know.
So if you have a date coming up later that day, do not eat that for lunch.
No, do not eat it for lunch, do not eat it for breakfast.
That could ruin
It can ruin...
the entire future of your potential relationship.
Exactly.
Oh.
I don't know if you've tried this before, bangus.
I don't think so.
Bangus is a milkfish, and we have a lot of it here, and we love, like, this. If you see this part here, it's slightly softer,
The
and
fatty
that's
part on
the
the
belly.
bottom. Yeah.
And the belly really retains a lot of fat. Some people love it, some people hate it. And this is one of my favorite fish, actually.
So that's the best part, is that little belly fat.
that
on the
little belly
bottom.
fat right here. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, are you giving me that bite?
Yes, that's you.
You're so kind.
That's all you.
All right, here we go. Some milkfish belly fat. Juicy, fatty, fresh. I like it.
The texture is always really nice here too, and more or less, you know, when you look at Filipino breakfast in general, everyone has their favorite spot. Everyone has their favorite variation from different provinces. You know, with so many islands, I think he found his favorite. So many islands, it's hard to have kind of like one benchmark. But what's great is all this kind of styles of breakfast you can find all over the Philippines.
Really?
So once you find a favorite, for sure you're always going to be able to find a tapa somewhere. You'll find a tocino somewhere. Let's wrap up here.
Sure.
I like how you finished that. Let's wrap.
Sorry. That's really good.
I kind of wanted it more, but it's cool. Let's finish up here, and then we'll figure out if we can find some other breakfast places that are still serving certain specialties that we might not have tried here.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
Breakfast number 2 at 7 p.m. Let's do this.
It is now 6 p.m., pitch dark. We're in a loud little spot in Makati called...
Oh, I like that. You were like saying it, and you're like, when I get there, my brain will let me know.
And it didn't.
And it failed you.
It's friends and neighbors or friends and neighboring or something like that, but I'm pretty sure it's friends and neighbors.
Friends and neighboring doesn't make any sense, so probably not that one.
Exactly. So in front of us we have the equivalent of your chicken noodle soup.
Oh.
When you're sick at home, your mom will make you a chicken noodle soup. I don't know. Is that right for you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Ish?
Yeah, Campbell's. Campbell's made it.
Okay.
My
Okay.
mom dumped it from a can into a pot. That's pretty good.
That works.
Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom. Lots of love. So, arroz caldo is basically like a congee that you would have in China, except it's made with a chicken broth. You have some spring onions in there. You've got one with hard-boiled egg, one with no egg. Some chicken, obviously, and some ginger.
These are the same?
These are the same, except this one has an egg. So the other variations that you might see is something called lugao, which is basically the broader category, which is like your congee, which is just boiled hot rice or a hot rice stew, I guess.
Okay.
And then you have goto, which is similar to this, but made with beef tripe. Not necessarily a breakfast item, because we eat it absolutely all day.
Okay.
But it is something, and you know, if you've been around Asia quite a bit, you'll see a lot of rice porridges being served in the morning. So,
And this is a bonus round right here?
this is the bonus because
we-
I wanted you to try a non-saucy beef tapa.
Okay.
So the last one we had was very heavy in sauce. It was delicious.
Yeah.
But this is the dried version.
Okay. Should we start with the content?
Dig in, yeah. You can also put a little bit of, so this is a very Filipino way of doing it. You have calamansi, little limes. On your fork, use that as a strainer, kind of go to town with it.
I think this is a reused lime here.
There you go.
Oh, there we go.
There's some fish sauce in there also.
Oh.
Taste.
Yeah.
That's where the savoriness, the saltiness comes from.
So savory.
Wait, I've heard that you have a really good yummy face.
No, I don't. Oh, wait, let me give it a shot.
Go.
Look, everyone knows to be a good food reviewer, you need to have good reaction to foods.
Correct.
And so I'll show you mine. It inspires people. Let's give it a try.
I believe you. I would eat whatever you're eating. Okay, my turn. I'll try to do
It's
a yummy
natural,
face.
it's not creepy. Let's see your yummy face. Well, how about between me and you? I think we should go head to head right
Ready?
now.
You ready? You ready?
Oh god, I'm like nervous.
Okay, one.
No, you gotta be centered. Yeah, 2.
3.
Let the love begin. Let the light come shining in. Who knows where the road will lead us now? Look at what we found. Make this moment.
He's so in character. And
Nailed it.
scene. Last, we're gonna go Tapa again.
Yeah.
All right, so this one, as I said, is you'll see it's slightly drier and more chewy, which is what the original Tapa was a dried meat,
Yeah.
mixed in with some vinegar and some soy sauce, or sometimes even just some soy sauce.
Let's try it out.
That's sweet.
I'm being real this time.
Each time I hear, I'm gonna start like asking questions.
Very similar, just not super wet. A little more chewy.
Not
than
as
the other
sweet.
one. Not as sweet, but there's still like that soy sauce sweetness in there, like almost like a soy sauce reduction flavor.
Correct. Yeah, that comes out.
Yeah.
I like the chewiness of this one actually. And then some of the best parts, and everyone that's tried Tapa at home will know what I'm talking about. You'll have these little parts of, still alive. Little parts of fat kind of hanging on, and those parts get nice and crispy, and in your mouth you really feel it. So you'll get a mix of like lean and some really fatty stuff as well, which is amazing.
I got nothing to say, but
I think that's good. I think we're gonna say, make sure you check out his channel. I will link that up. I'll put it in the description below. We did a really cool. Can we tell them?
Yeah.
We can tell them. A burger review based, not really a review. We did a burger tour of Manila. That was really fun, and we're gonna leave you with some face action. You ready? Cheers.
cheers.
Salamat.
Salamat.
There you go. Thanks, man.
Cheers.
Cool. Props for that architecture. Is handability a word?
Yeah.
Okay.
Handle. Yeah. It's like it's opening its mouth and it's expressing itself and showing all that it has to offer right here.
You like getting really intimate with your food descriptions, don't you?
Yeah.
I feel like.
That's all.